Hey everyone, Mosher again. You know, Spiel is over now and I bought a lot of games. Yep, quite a lot of games. But let's be honest, we all do, right? We all do. We all buy a lot of games. Several €100 worth of games. Okay, whatever. Every year I go to Spiel and every year there's one game that stands out. Oftentimes I didn't actually know the game before. And this is what happened this year too. This was my hidden gem of Spiel 2014. It's Omega Centauri. It's a game by Nigel Buckle. This is a 4X game, and the tagline I was told was that more or less this is like Twilight Imperium in short. Now that sounds pretty hard to pull off, and to be honest, it's not really a lot like Twilight Imperium, it's just another 4X strategy game, but it's an exceedingly good one. I love it a lot. I actually played it with a friend and my fiancé, and well, we played 3 turns? I think we played 3 turns, and after 3 turns, we actually all decided, yeah, we're gonna buy that. This game is awesome and we will buy it, and well, we did. So here it is, Omega Centauri. I don't know if it's Nigel Buckle's first game, but I sure hope it's not his last. So you may wonder, who is Nigel Buckle? He designed this game. Who is this man? I wondered too. So, when I went to the Spiral Galaxy Games booth, a small, tiny thing in Hall 4, by the way, totally out of the way, nobody goes there. Well, we did, but, you know, tiny thing. And I asked, so, I got the game, and I asked, so, who is Nigel Buckle? And here are all the important things I was told about Nigel Buckle. He's a gentleman who lives in London. He couldn't be here for the Spiel. And he doesn't even have his own game. And why doesn't he have his own game? Because the game was actually manufactured shortly before Spiel began, and they shipped the first order directly to Essen. That poor man does not have his own game. But I do. Hey Nigel, if you're seeing this, sorry, but that's mine. But I sure hope you get a copy, because man, you designed something great. So, let's have a look at the components. Now, as you might know, I am very much an Ameritrash gamer. I love theme, and I find it really hard to deal with, let's call it multiplayer solitaires. Things where there's no player interaction, where you play for victory points and you're just trying to optimize all your turns. That's really boring to me. I know there's some things, sometimes it's really interesting, sometimes there can be great Euro games, but many times, I don't know, I need theme, I need player interaction. I need decisions that affect other people, and boy do you get it with this game, even though it looks pretty Euro-y to me. So, what do we have here? Let's see. First things we have... Oh, look at this! The token sheets are actually still connected. Now that's a fresh game. Okay, let's see here. We have tokens. These are order tokens. Let's push one out. Oh, that was very nice. That was easy. This is what an order token looks like. Do you focus, my dear camera? Please focus on this order token. This looks good. So, the cardboard is of astonishingly good quality. Seriously, I paid €40 for this game and I expected it... Well, no. Let's put it this way. I played the game before and I knew what it felt like. But I had the feeling that for €40, the quality should be less. I know this sounds strange, but I don't know. What, you know what? Just ignore me. Okay, we have the order tokens. We have sectors right here. The sector tiles are what make up the map of the game. We have buildings. We have more tokens. And the artwork on the tokens, I would like to say, is really, really nice. It's really sci-fi theme. I'm putting this right here so you can have a look. It's a very, let's call it consistent. It's a very consistent style. Everything looks like it belongs together. And that's not always easy to pull off. I just threw a sector at me. I'll collect that later. I've seen some games where there are... How do I put this? The art style is not consistent. I know, I just said that, but in this one, that's great. And I know that's a really strange thing to say, and it's kind of nitpicky, but it's really what I noticed when I played it. Everything looks like it belongs together, including all the components. So this is the rulebook. Oh, well, my rulebook is a little wavy. Looks like it got a little wet, but that's not bad. There's some kind of white powder on it. Huh. Okay, so there's white powder on my rulebook. So if you're interested in buying this game, you should probably know that it may or may not be a ruse to spread anthrax. Or cocaine. Or powdered sugar. Or maybe this rulebook wasn't actually printed. Maybe this rulebook was actually injection molded, and this is just the mold release agent. Or maybe it's just random white powder. Oh wait, I didn't actually look at the rulebook. I got the game explained to me, so I haven't actually read the rulebook before, but this is... I don't know why people do this. Well, I know why people do this, because the square shape fits well in the box, but the square shape is really hard to read. You stay up here. Okay. I find it kind of annoying to hold. You see? It sags down. Because it's pretty thin paper too. So the rulebook is very nicely done. It has a lot of pictures, a lot of explanations, and... Well, I haven't read it. I'm just gonna come out and tell you, I have not read the rulebook. I just looked at the pretty pictures and I thought, oh, pretty. I was explained how to use the game. People explained that to me. So what do we have here? These are the player play mats, whatever you call them. They are quite flimsy, I have to say, but still thick enough to not break, and I don't think they will... Nah. They do bend, but they will probably not crease. Most of the play... Well, my phone just rang, but I'll ignore that. I'll fix that in post. You won't hear a thing, or maybe you do. I just said my phone rang, so yeah, you probably know my phone rang. Let's get those out of here. The biggest part of the player mats are taken up by the research options. We actually had a talk about how to design the player maps because people we played with had problems, you know, connecting the icons to the different things you do. I was told that there were black borders between them, but then it didn't fit well on it anymore because the borders were too thick. Just a little game design tidbit, which I never thought about, but hey, why not? It makes sense. This is... I'm just gonna call that a tracking board. This feels exactly like the board from any other game you might play. This is sturdy. It's well printed. It's a board. I don't think it will break. Now... First of all, look at what I just pulled out. Ziploc baggies. There are Ziploc baggies in this game. There is one other game where I saw it happen, and that was Race to Adventure. This Ziploc baggies don't cost a lot. And if you guys put Ziploc baggies in my game so I can, you know, have my components in order, We will be friends. Spiral Galaxy Games. We are now friends. Nigel, we are friends. You designed a great game, so I like you too. Ziploc baggies, great idea. That's actually a lot of Ziploc baggies. Ziploc baggies. If you consider that there are not too many components. These are the... Okay, this is where my Ameritrash gamer sense starts exploding, because these are wooden pieces. These are... Will you stop talking to me or trying to talk to me? Next time I should really switch off my phone when I record this, but we're running now. Okay, so these are wooden discs and wooden cubes. These are the fleets and resources. I don't know what to say about them because they are just wooden discs and cubes. Surely you have seen wooden discs and cubes. You have probably played a game before. These make me uncomfortable. This makes the game look far too Euro-y. If they had miniatures, the game would cost double. But if they had miniatures, I would feel a lot better about this. And it wouldn't change a thing about the game. I'm a strange person, I know, but I can deal with it. I can say those are fleets. That's totally okay. But they're still wooden pieces. Anyway, we have another big Ziploc baggie, which I'm gonna put to the side. And now, look at this. The cards. There are not too many cards. I think the only relevant cards are the player aid cards and the races. And I will show you something. Usually I get my knife out to unwrap the cards. But look, no need to do this. Let's see. Okay, these are actually, yes, these are player aid cards, short game and long game. They have a linen finish, which means there will be problems when I try to scan them, which is one of the reasons people put in a linen finish, so people don't copy them. They're a basic playing card quality. There's really nothing interesting to say about those. Okay, now let's see the other cards. Yep. We have, let's check for the races. Those are the races. These are the different races in the game you can play. I'm holding this to the camera. Usually I would put a picture there. But these are, as I already said, hard to scan. And I was never quite happy with the result when I scanned linen finish cards. So I'm just gonna lean over and hold them to the camera, which also means that I have less work to do in the editing. Only that I have a lot of sound work to do because I want to cut out my ringing phone. But that's okay. These are the different races. We have the Apocryla, the Icus, Jix, Content Union, Lautus, Populi, the Pestis, the Valax, and we're back. Every single race has a special power. For example, let's take the Content Union. The Content Union ignores restrictions on paying with different resource types. You may pay with any combination of resources. That does not apply to the Wealth Achievement card. So the different resources... You know what? Let's not talk about how to play the game, because... Spoiler alert, I am going to actually make a review. I know, crazy, right? I usually do unboxing videos, but I decided I'll do a review. And my first review will be Omega Centauri. Yep, you heard that right. But for that, I'll play a few more games before I go really into the nitty-gritty. Let's see. I knocked this over again. I should really put my knife back in it. Okay. What we have here are the achievement cards. As I already read, there are achievement cards. There are ways to gain victory points at the end of the game. You have ways to draw these cards, and they give you victory points. For example, this is expansion. This gives you 5 victory points for every sector you control at the end of the game. Let's take another random one. This is protection. This gives you... You know what, I'm just gonna leave it down there. This gives you victory points for every sector defense building you have. Now, there are many ways to gain victory points. Achievement cards are one, and these are actually all the cards there are. A few achievement cards, the race cards, and the play rate cards. So if you're a compulsive sleever, there is no reason to sleeve any of this, because they won't get shuffled, they won't get damaged, because you don't really use them during play. The only thing you may want to sleeve are the achievement cards. Why not? Now, last but not least, we have... This is actually stuck to the bottom. This is stuck to the bottom of the box, but I got it. This is a sheet to put your research tokens on. There are limited research tokens, and, well, you put them on the sheet. You see, it's put in under different categories. So yeah, it's to put tokens on. Could probably leave that out, but it's here. Yep, that's all there is to it. Not that this is too little, that's really quite everything. You need to play the game, obviously, and it's a great game. Now, as I already said, I will do a review. Yes, I will actually do a video review. I'm in a video reviewer group and I've never made a review. But I will, and this will be the first game. Nigel, in case you're watching this, I know it's a great game. I know I just spoiled my review, but this game is awesome and I love it. It plays 2 to 4 players, so I can play it with my fiancé when we're alone. I can't really do that with Twilight Imperium, and Twilight Imperium takes a whole day. This takes, what, an hour? 2? Yeah. So I have a lot of good things to say about this game, but honestly, I'm just gonna stop right now, because when I like a game, I tend to prattle on and talk and talk and talk. So let's stop this video now. Anything about the gameplay I'll talk about in the review. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.